Hello and welcome to a Twistedtools demo video for Colorflex. This is the Connecting Reaktor Instruments to Colorflex video, and we will be answering the following questions. How do I set up and connect other Reaktor instruments to Colorflex? And how do I add Colorflex to a pre-existing Reaktor ensemble? First, let's look at how to set up Colorflex using internal Reaktor instruments, like in the example device we included in the product download. The Colorflex example device, known as a Reaktor ensemble, has one instance of Colorflex, one synth, and one sampler called Simpler, a mixer, and two effects. The synth is connected to the mixer's first input, while Simpler is connected to the mixer's second input. The synth is set up to receive MIDI notes from Colorflex on channel number 1, while Simpler is set up to receive MIDI notes on channel number 2. In this demo, I've chosen preset 21 for this example, and we'll use the red colored zone area. The red colored zone area of the MIDI note sequencer is set to transmit notes on MIDI channel number 1. When I draw notes underneath the red colored zone area, MIDI notes are sent on channel number 1 to all devices listening for channel number 1. If I select the purple colored zone area and set it to channel number 2, notes drawn within the purple area will be sent to Simpler, which is set to receive channel number 2. To add your own Reaktor instrument, you'll need to add an instrument and decide which channel from Colorflex you'd like that instrument to respond to. Here's how to do it. First, click the Structure button next to the Stop button at the top of the Reaktor panel. Reaktor Structure opens to expose the guts of Colorflex. Notice a box labeled Simpler and a box labeled Synth. In Reaktor speak, these are called instruments, and you can see that they're connected to another instrument called Mixer. The Mixer instrument has 8 stereo inputs, each of which is labeled with an LR for the left and right sides. To add another instrument, like another Reaktor synthesizer, simply right-click and choose an instrument by selecting Insert Instrument, Synthesizers, and choose your synth. I'll choose the Yoki Computer Factory Synth. Next, we need to connect the audio outputs of the instrument to the mixer so that we could hear the instrument. To do so, simply drag the LNR outputs of the synth to the LNR inputs for input 3 of the mixer. Now close the Structure window and move the new synth to a free location on the panel. Next, we'll need to set up the new synth to listen to a particular channel coming from Colorflex. To do so, click on the menu labeled Input, choose Internal MIDI, and choose the desired channel. For this example, I'll choose MIDI note channel 3 because it isn't yet being used. Back in Colorflex, I'll choose the blue color label in the MIDI note sequencer and set it up to send MIDI on channel number 3 and draw in some steps. Make sure that Edit mode is set to cells so that you could draw cells in rather than adjust the zone area. Sometimes you may want to use Colorflex in an already pre-existing Reaktor ensemble like Vortex. To do so, right-click the Colorflex label and choose Save Instrument As. Then save it somewhere convenient and simply drag it to the ensemble you'd like to add it to, and set it up just like we did in this video. You may also want to save the 8-channel mixer somewhere handy so that you could add it to another ensemble. Check out the video on how to set up Colorflex and Vortex together for more information on this. If you'd like to automate Reaktor instruments or effects, please see the video called the MIDI CC Sequencer and IC Send Basics.